wham. Woe is me. Somebody owes me A, B, C, and D because I'm having a bad day. Wham. Woe is me. Something didn't go right for me today, so it should be everybody else's fault, and everybody should know that today is my day, and if you mess it up for me, it should be the end for you. I've been paying attention a lot to young people the last few generations in the United States. And unfortunately, some baby boomers fall into this too. Because although baby boomers didn't grow up with the World Wide Web, some of them seem to make a behind of themselves on it like their Gen X, Millennial, and Gen Z counterparts. Here's hoping that when a Gen Alpha eventually watches this, because they're coming up into their preteens now, that they look back at the last 4 generations and do things differently. See, we've come into what I call a hurt feelings report society now, where people will yell, scream, and embarrass you and throw childlike temper tantrums as adults. And you be having no clue where it's coming from or even why they're reacting to something stupid that makes no sense. This is just a quick rant, y'all, more than anything. I'm hearing reports of people going off, and I've seen this when they go to say a Starbucks and their latte wasn't as hot as they thought it should be, or they didn't add enough soy milk, or they didn't add enough foam or cream. In a time when most people in this country can't afford that cup of coffee, and look, I'm not guilt tripping you if you can afford that, because I can. But I can remember a time back in 2008 when I wasn't married for too long and we were struggling. And it's nice to have that humility, because I'm finding out that lots of people don't. See, in the United States, we have these first world problems where when somebody doesn't give us the simplest things, we got to get back at them and hurt them by trying to get them in trouble. Years ago, I was given this example on the job from someone, and I won't say what job it was and what capacity, where a person explained to me that someone had come in their office and was upset because they had been speaking to an employee saying good morning for a while, and that person refused to speak back. And I'm paraphrasing this. I want to file a grievance because I say good morning to this person every day, and they refuse to acknowledge me. Now, anyone with an ounce of common sense that took this in, because this is a true story that happened on a job that I worked, okay? It didn't happen to me, but I got it as a third party example of workplace relations. The person sitting at his desk had to tell the other person, which I don't know what was the gender of the person that complained. Never knew their name and who it was, and that's a good thing either. He had to go through the list of things in a workplace that made a person eligible for a grievance. Did this person say something to you based on race, based on gender? Did they do anything offensive? And finally, after running down all the things, were they gossiping? Because now in certain sectors, gossiping can get you fired if it reasonably hurts a person's reputation. He finally had to tell this person, although it would be courteous for co-workers or people in your environment to speak to you, you're not entitled to try to get them written up because they refuse to. That story has always stuck with me, because somebody genuinely wanted somebody written up to force that person to be nice to them. But the person who wanted to do the forcing never did a self-examination, never did any amount of introspection and said, what if I'm the problem? Because people believe if I put up this front or if I come off a certain way, everything should work the way I think it should work. And my feelings are going to be involved if it doesn't work the way I think it should. And again, this comes from a video that I put out earlier with that Trophies for Everyone parenting called Sore Loser Parenting, where when you grow up a certain way, you assume something should go the way you think it should go, and you want everybody punished because it didn't work your way. It wouldn't shock me if somebody called Starbucks on an employee saying, well, my pink drink didn't have enough of the dehydrated strawberries. I think that person's rude for that, so they should be fired. Has it ever occurred to you that they just ran out? Well, I came in the restaurant and ordered this. It's on your menu and you didn't have it. I'm going to give you a bad review. Has it ever occurred to you that they were just having transportation issues and couldn't get it? Because trust me, I've been mad when I went into restaurants and ordered things, but then and it wasn't there, but I could calm down and realize there are constraints that are associated with why you want something that may not be available at that time. I can even remember being mad when I would go to the grocery stores here where I am in Western Washington trying to buy dried mango for my husband because that's one of his favorite snacks. And I'm getting up the earliest in the morning I can, and I'm getting there, and suddenly that thing is so popular it's running out. I'm like, I'm getting up early in the morning, wasting gas. What gives? Then it dawned on me, it may not just be the fact that that's a popular snack, but the constraints with transportation right now. And trucking companies and trucking. We're entirely too spoiled in the United States. And as an American, I'm going to say that. And our being spoiled is such that we think people should lose their whole livelihoods, their whole jobs, just because they don't agree with us or couldn't give us what we thought we deserved in that moment. And it's getting worse with this hurt feelings report society where I want to whine and grieve about something just because it's just the expedient thing to do. Never understanding the cost to the person on the other end. It's time to get forward tough and start building some resilience again and learning how to take rejection and take no for an answer.